Good afternoon, everyone. Skillveda Summer Internship Program begins today with Session 1, Vision to Victory. The session led by Dr. Samriti Mahajan, Associate Professor at NDIM New Delhi, will help interns understand how vision, innovation, and leadership drive real success. Skillveda aims to transform students into industry-ready leaders through practical exposure, expert mentorship, and skill-based learning, staying true to its mission, empowering students, building leaders, transforming future. Welcome, everyone. Dr. Smriti, welcome. Please switch on your cameras. Everyone, please switch on your cameras.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Give me a 1 minute,
Yeah, sure.
then
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
start.
Yeah.
Till the time we can just ask students to switch on their cameras
Yeah,
because
they are switching on. Yeah, Rudraksh is the first one to switch on the camera. Very nice.
nice.
Arfa, Sampurna, Karan, Satyam, Snehil, Amar, Himanshu, please switch on your cameras. Kashvi, Swati, everyone. We are waiting for others to switch on their cameras. Please switch on your cameras. And by evening, we will be creating groups of different categories which you have chosen. And so please nominate yourself for the group leader. We want 7 group leaders for different categories. You can send your name in the group also, or you can tell me here after the session.
We need to wait for good 2 minutes more.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we can. There is only one student who has taken music. So if it's possible, I don't remember the name exactly who has taken the music. If she can change the category, it will be good for all of us. How many have taken future leaders? Please raise your hands. Frontier, Karan and my okay, Mayank and Sampurna. Which is your category?
The graphic design and short films, that one.
Okay, okay. So Karan, Amar, Mayank, you have chosen future leaders, na? And Satyam also. Okay. And what's the name? Okay. Pranjal, what's your category? So please nominate yourself a group leader. In the group itself, you can send your names. We will be creating groups by evening and making a group leader for every group. Okay. Arfa, which is your category?
Ma'am, sports and physical education.
Okay. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. We are waiting for others to switch on their cameras, please. Amar, Himanshu, Swati, Mayank, Kashvi, Kritika. Sukriti. Dr. Samriti, can we start now?
Yeah, I'm all in for the session because I'm very excited for the session today.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let me just share my screen for
Yeah.
a better
Yeah,
visual.
please.
Is it visible, guys? The screen is visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. A very good afternoon to all. Let's be
Good
more
afternoon,
interactive.
ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I need more afternoons.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
More,
Good
more.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Yes. We should be much more energized, right? Breakfast done, TV done, mobile surfing done, everything done. Let's now move forward to enhance our skills. That is the important part, right? Until unless we are not enhancing our skills, what we'll learn. So that's why today we all are here to enhance our skills. Even I am here to enhance my skills. Dr. Twinkle is here to enhance her skills. So we all are your batchmates today. Good to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, before we just start and enter into any session, I would like Arfa just to read what has been written on the first screen.
Vision to victory.
Yes, a vision to victory. So what do we mean by vision to victory? Nikunj.
Ma'am, actually, your
No. Let's
screen.
ask Nikunj.
Ma'am, actually, for me, vision to victory basically means that like our pathway and our dedication towards that particular goal, and like what have we chosen and how we are going to achieve it. It should be fixed in our mind that I have to win and like all that.
Okay. Snehil, a quick question from you. Don't overthink, right? So I just wanted to ask you right now that if I give you 10 crore rupees right now, so what would you do with that? Jaldi say.
Ma'am, I'll invest.
You'll invest. Okay.
Yes,
Karan,
Ma'am, invest.
invest. इतनी जल्दी से invest. If I would have been in your place, I would have said that I would like to buy one PSP or I would like to go on a vacation. इतनी जल्दी से, why we are stressing ourselves too much at such an age? But otherwise, your answer, your thought is good. Now, here's a question. Why do you guys need me to give you 10 crores? Why can't you make it yourself? Any other student can answer? Rudraksh.
Ma'am, first of all, you told that you will give us. So as you told that you will give, so we thought about that. But if you want to create it by ourselves, then it's a different thing.
Yes, right. So we should be self-sufficient enough that we don't want 10 crore from someone else. We can create by our own. We don't want that 10 crore, right? So that is the exactly why and what is today all about. Not the money, but the belief that we can get. That's why we are here in this session. So vision to victory. So I have mentioned that this is an engineered blueprint for strategic. Why
Dr.
strategic?
Samriti, sorry to disturb you. Your PPT, that PPT is little small, so students are unable to see that. Can we make it in the single screen if it's possible?
Yes, let me just check.
Yeah.
Let me share it again.
Yeah. Still, the cameras are not on. Please switch on your cameras. It will be easy for all of us to interact then. Yes. No,
Is it
it's
fine now?
yeah, it's better. It's better.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for information. I really want today Twinkle ma'am to have rest and my students should jump in and start having
Arfa was
information.
saying the same thing actually. When
Yeah.
Arfa was saying it, she was saying the same thing. That's why I just
Okay, okay. आज
re-quoted
हम
it.
मैम को रेस्ट देते हैं. Let's lead by our own and let ma'am clap at the end that yes, my kids did well today. Yes, are we in with that? Thumbs up. है ना? ठीक है. So before starting, so good morning, good afternoon, by the way. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome officially to what I believe is going to be one of the most important days of your academic life today. Not because of what I'm going to teach you, but because of what you are going to decide today itself. And my name is Dr. Samriti Mahajan, and today we are going to talk about something that nobody in school will tell you, and even how to go from having a dream to actually living your dream. Look at the slide, Vision to Victory, which has already mentioned that the engineered blueprint for strategic achievement. So I want you guys to notice that word, engineered. Why we have mentioned engineered? Because we don't leave success to chance. We build it like a structure. Engineering mein what happens? They build structures, right? They create structures one upon above. There are structures. So similarly, for our academic journey, whatever we want to become in future, we need to build a structure for our life. That's why the engineered blueprint it is. And even like we can see a bridge, right? Or we can see a rocket. So that all have a particular sort of blueprint due to which they can settle down to become or to create some sort of visions. So let's buckle up. This is day one, and day one is when everything changes for us. So coming to next slide, the architecture of evolution. So what is evolution? Mayank Krishna. What do we understand by evolution?
Evolution is the genetic changes or changes, progressive changes as we move on towards the timeline, as we progress up the timeline.
Yes, so these are progressive changes as we move from one stage to another. So the evolution, it started. Karan, what was the evolution of human being? How it started?
Ma'am, the evolution of human beings, for the scientifically believed theory, is that we evolved from monkeys. They slowly, uh, they slowly evolved into a better mind, and then slowly, monkeys became humans.
Yes. So even humans evolved, right? Everyone has a evolution theory around us. So now I just want you guys to just see that. Look at this image. It is what it is? Sampurna? It is a
It's a bridge.
It's a bridge, right? A massive glowing bridge we can see here. Now I just want you guys to think that when you look at a bridge, you don't see all the work that went into it, but you don't see the blueprint, the calculations, the steel beneath this bridge. You just walk across it. Whenever we say bridge, we just walk through, right? So success is similarly. Success is in the same path. People see the results. They don't see the architect, that how they have built, how Sampurna, how Rudransh has really bridged it. Swati, stop scrolling. Let's concentrate. So today I'm just going to show you the architect. So this presentation is built on three main major pillars. So first is the blueprint. Why? Why the blueprint? Because there is a question mentioned that why you need goals. So the psychology of what drives human being, that is your goal. That why question आता ना, क्यों मैं ये क्यों करूं, मुझे क्या जरूरत है, कैसे मैं उस गोल को अचीव करूंगा. So that itself stores in our mind that why it is required, why successful people are on the top, why I need to achieve a certain goal. So that is the why. Second part, that is the engineering the target. अब why के बाद क्या आ गया हमारा target. Target. What exactly your goals should look like? That we need to know. It should not be only heavy-set goals. It should be very certain goals we need to know that what exactly it would be. Either I need to have one candy in the evening, that would be my goal, or whether I need to invest my time into developing one or two skills today. So that would be my goal. So it should be aligned properly. And the third is the mechanism of victory. A victory में क्या होता है? Whenever we get some victory, so we enjoy. So how to actually execute them every single day? We should have goals in our life. That goals should tell us what exactly we need to do. And third, after achieving, we'll automatically find that yes, the victory would be there. So these are the three pillars. And there is one outcome, that is your victory. But before we get into the science, I need to ask you guys something, that what are your goals? I need Pranjay, Saurabh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So why you need goals and what are your goals?
Ma'am, we need goals to that something which we achieve and feel something like happy to feel about something which
To feel about
gives
that
us.
yes, I'm fulfilled, right? अगर आज मैंने इवनिंग में
Yes, ma'am.
आपको इन्फ्लुएंस करके कैंडी या फिर पीएसपी ले लिया, so I'm very happy, my goal is achieved. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So what is your goal?
Ma'am, I want to become a software engineer.
You want to become a software engineer, so that is your goal. So what exactly you are doing for that?
Ma'am, right now I'm studying in class 12th.
Right now,
Studying in class 12th.
you are studying, but you are studying in general, in normal, any skills you are learning,
No, ma'am.
है ना? So then that goal is not going to get achieved. So for that integration to your goals, towards your goals, we need to start practicing one skill which is required in future. So then that alignment will be starting happening. And once you will be a software engineer, the goal is achieved, the victory is fulfilled, and we are going to be getting money in our bank account. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I would like to ask some other student. Let me just take the names from the screen. Ishit. Do we have Ishit here? No. Aditya? Akshat?
Ma'am,
Yes, good. Akshat, you tell me, what is your goal?
Ma'am, actually, my goal is to be happy in life, and I feel proud to my parents. If I become successful, then I want to be my parents be happy with me in future.
Okay, that is your goal?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that that is a goal? Okay, that would be your personal goal, right? But what would be your professional goal?
Ma'am, I want to become an engineer.
You want to become an engineer. Okay, for becoming engineer, in which particular domain you want to go?
Man, I software engineer.
Software engineer. And what we are going to do for that, for becoming software engineer?
Ma'am, we need a specific skill, and also we have to give the exam of JEE Advanced to
And
qualify.
what parameters we are taking? अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं for becoming software engineer and to clear that exam?
Ma'am, I am studying class 12th, taking PCM, so the basic priority is that we have to study with science for clear
For
qualifying the paper of JEE.
okay, so we have already started preparing towards our goal. So And shortly we would be achieving our goal because we know that why we require, what we require, and end would be the victory once we'll get an offer letter for in one of the top 50 MNCs, right? Global MNC, and the victory would be achieved. So that is the reason the architecture of evolution, that goal setting is the catalyst for your personal growth, either we can say that this would be the linchpin. Linchpin is that how we go ahead for a professional alignment. So we need to strategize everything. We need to see that how we are going to deliver our decision. And sometimes it would be a sustainable growth also. Sustainable means a consistent growth for our future that we need to really work upon. Coming to next. So I have this quotation. I really want one student to come up with and read this quotation, that what we have written.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Rudraksh.
I have
Be
not
loud,
failed.
be loud, be clear to everyone.
I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work, by Thomas Edison.
Yes. So what Thomas Edison has said, that I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So similarly, this is the man, right, who gave us the light bulb. Thomas Edison ne light bulb diya tha na? And he failed by most people's definition 9,999 times before he got it right one time. So let me ask you, how many of you have given up on something after failing just once? Yes, Sampurna?
Yes,
Yes? So,
I had given up on like my music, but I'm trying once again because
yes, so
it's
it's
like
okay.
my
It's okay to let go things or just to fail in something, right? But we need to try again and again. Usse kya hoga? We'll get some other alternatives and we can guide to other people also. No, don't do this. You can fail because I have experienced. But see, this is my end result. So very nice. So exactly, Edison had something the most people don't have. He had a way that was bigger than his fear of failure. So we do not think or we do not need to fear. जैसे आज बहुत सारे students, there are students I can see, the cameras are not on. In the end, what will happen? अभी क्या हो रहा है? अभी fear है ना कि अच्छा मैम देख लेगी, classmates देख लेंगे, in what position I am sitting. But in the end, only few students would be in actually learning and taking some of the skills today. So that's why what we are building today, your why factor. Why I need to join this internship, why I need to create my skills, why I need to go towards that victory sign. So that is why. So next slide, we have the dual engine of achievement. The dual engine of achievement, why we want. So look at this diagrams. What we can see, there are two gears. Satyam, there are two gears, right? Which colors are they are into?
First one is the bluish tone, and the second one is the golden and like copper.
Okay. So what we can see, as Satyam mentioned, that one is blue and one is golden, right? So I'll say by in engineering terminology that one is steel and one is gold, right? And these two gears are locked together, turning together. They are moving consequently together. So your brain similarly has two engines that power everything you do. Similarly, हमारे brain में भी there are two parts, right? They work accordingly. So engine one, that is the cognitive engine of our brain. This is your navigator. अब navigator क्या करता है? It navigates, it follows the path, right? It shows you the logical part of your brain when you have a clear goal. This engine activates, automatically it start activating, right? And it also sharpens your focus. It filters out all the distractions कि अभी मैं चैट कर लेता हूँ, एक रील बना लेता है, एक स्नैपचैट से मैं कुछ सेंड कर देता हूँ फ्रेंड को. But if we have a clear goal, automatically our focus will start aligning, and even we would be removing all the distraction and will get to our end goal. So what happened? It filters out all the distraction from your mind and it helps you remember better in a better manner. And even what you'll notice, probably you'll notice this, that when you actually care about something, कि मुझे software engineer बनना है, yes, I have to crack this JEE exam. So you'll start remembering it instantly. जल्दी से हमें learn होना start हो जाता है. But information you don't care about, that is gone very easily. So that is your cognitive engine, which is being very selective towards your brain. Now we have second engine, that is engine 2, the emotional engine of our mind. This is your fuel, we can say. Fuel अब कैसे मिलता है हम लोगों को? Nikunj, how we get the fuel? How humans get fuel?
And by working hard and making plans about them.
Okay, very nice. Let's clap for Nikunj. I need some emojis. Yes. So now what we did, we asked Nikunj a question, right? Nikunj answered it very well. We clapped for Nikunj. So automatically one fuel drop has gone to Nikunj. That is known as motivation. Nikunj, did you got motivated?
Yes, ma'am.
Up it? Yes. 0.01% only. So that is the fuel for any human. Whenever you get praises from your parents of doing something very good, do you guys feel motivated?
This session is for all the students. Please take active part in the session. Most of the students have not switched on their cameras. These things will be mentioned in your final assessment.
Guys, I'm not getting motivated enough. Ask your friends to just turn on the cameras. If I'll not get motivated, the session will go very blank, very dull.
This session is not for 10 to 12 students. This is for all the students. Please switch on your cameras. Take active part. Ask questions. Yes. Yeah.
I really hope that we all... Okay, guys. Let's unmute ourselves. Unmute kare, sab?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, unmute yourself. Fast, fast, fast. And now just tell me who all are your friends you can see in the participant list. There is a list, right? That your friends have already logged in. Check that participant wala thing. And I want each of you to ask one of your friend to turn on the camera. And kindly mention the name in chat box that yes, this was my friend. I asked him and he turned on. I'll give you only 2 minutes. It's 12:30, 12:32. I want every student to be here. It's your task, fast. Either call, either message, either request, send emoji, anything. The cameras should be on. Sampurna, stop interacting with other people. I can see you.
Audit.
Twinkle ma'am, any progress of turning on the cameras? Can
Not
we
yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet?
Some few have just 3 to 4. Astha, Kumkum, Akshat, Adyan, Yash. Please switch on your cameras. Nobody is here to judge you.
Arfa, to whom you have asked to turn on the camera?
Ma'am, wait, ma'am.
Huh?
Wait, ma'am, wait.
Wait, okay.
They are
Nihir?
switching on. They are switching on.
I'm Ganesh. I messaged him.
Okay, then on chat, in this chat box, just mention Nihir dash your friend's name. Ishani, to whom you have asked, or by your own you have turned on? You're
Ma'am, I was asked to turn on.
okay, you did by your own. Okay, fine.
Ishani. Okay, Ishani.
स्नेहिल ऐसे बैठना नहीं है डल बन के.
This is
Ma'am,
not just a time pass. This is a very important sessions for you all.
And then, you know, guys, what will happen? मैं session deliver करके चली जाऊंगी. And I will be happy because I got my motivational kick. And you guys would be okay, chalo session khatam hua, we'll sleep. Let's not do that. Let's have more interactive session because this is not something we would be getting in our school. Okay, now it's, can we go ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. So now further moving to where were we? That motivation kaise aate hai? This is the motivation is the fuel which we get. The passion we get aligned towards. So the feeling that makes you wake up at 6 a.m. without an alarm. The resilience that makes you try again after falling. So that is the emotional engine, the second engine in our brain. So here is the critical part of this. Both engines must be running, right? Just logic without emotion gives you a robot feeling. And just emotions without logic, it gives us the chaos, a very different feeling in our mind, a confusion statement. So the most successful people in the world, whether if we talk about Virat Kohli on the cricket field or Sundar Pichai in a boardroom, they both have this engines firing. So let me ask right now. So let me ask right now.
Aditya, you want to play guitar? We are all ready for that. Tell us. Dr. Samriti, we have Mr. Aditya, a guitarist, I think so.
Okay, ma'am. We can have at the end of the session. I'll give it.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
Aditya, we will wait for your guitar by the end of the session.
Yes. So now the important part is that which engine is stronger in you? Are you more logical or more emotional? Kumkum, what do you believe? Unmute yourself, bete.
Yes, ma'am.
So which
Ma'am,
engine
can
is
you repeat?
strong? We started right now 2 engines, right? One was the
Yeah.
cognitive engine and second is emotional engine. What do you believe that your engine is strong? Which one is strong?
Ma'am, I guess the cognitive engine.
The cognitive engine. Okay, good. Kanishk,
Ma'am, cognitive.
cognitive. Snehal,
Ma'am, cognitive.
okay. We all have cognitive engines here. Good. Okay. So is this clear that we have 2 engines? What engine works that what part and how we need to align both the engines so that we can have a good boardroom meeting or a good presentations in future and even we can get into the successful ladder in future. Is this that clear? Reactions? We have reaction board, thumbs up, smileys, anything. Okay, fine. So moving ahead to our next slide that talks about the calibrating the strategic compass. So now अगर आप लोगों ने काफी कमरे की strategy बन रही है, some strategy work is going on. Now what happens in the boardroom? How the strategies come into picture. So imagine that you guys are on a ship in the middle of the ocean. There is no GPS, no phone signal, just you and the water. So the only thing that can save you is a compass. What compass do, Akshat? Compass क्या करता है?
Ma'am, it gives us the direction in which we have to go.
Yes, so the
It-
compass will always help us to give the direction that which way we need to go. So goals are your compass itself. We discussed in second slide that we need to think of our goals and we need to align them. So the goals would be your compass for your future. And today we are going to calibrate yours. So there are three things goals are going to give you. First is direction and focus. So according to the research by Locke and Latham in 2002, actually science has already proved that people who have clear goals perform better rather than who don't have. Not sometimes we can say or consistently, but across industries, students, athletes, CEOs, all of them have a direction and focus and the pure goals. Okay, आज एक बहुत अच्छी न्यूज आई है मॉर्निंग में. Someone has broken the record of Mr. Milkha Singh. Who?
Ma'am, Mr. Gurvinder Singh,
Yes.
10.09 seconds.
Very nice, very nice. So we are updated, right? So see that he had some goal in his mind. Milkha Singh का आज तक कोई record नहीं break कर पाया था, right? But this person from Punjab itself broke that record. So see how amazing it has been for him. What was the journey for him? So that we need to know. So even there would be some time, might be we could be one of the Elon Musk, we would be breaking his records in future, we would be delivering amazing cards, or we would be making some amazing softwares. So the goals should be aligned. We need that direction and focus. Second is the motivation and passion. So when your goal is very meaningful, so boring tasks automatically become very purposeful. And this has been proven. Studying physics isn't boring if you know that you are going back to an aerospace engineer. So practicing grammar isn't boring if you know that you are going to address the UN someday. So our goals should not be boring. They should have some purpose, they should have some passion, and we should be motivated enough to achieve our goals. And the third is the values alignment. The goals that stick are values which stick. The one that actually change your life are the ones that match who you are, not what your parents want you to become or not what your friends think is cool for you. So what you value yourself, that you need to be a person. So that's why the compass, what we need to carry should be our goals. We today, once the session is over, just sit for maximum 10 minutes. Take a journal, start writing in that yes, this I want to become, this would be my goal, and these were Kaushiki. What happened? Why we are sleeping? Have some water. So we need to really work on our goals because that would be our compass for future. Next, Ananya, kindly read what it has written. Only the quotation.
It is written that talent may give you a start, consistency gives you the success.
Okay, so talent may give you a start only. So whatever the talent I have, so I'll get a kickstart for my future. But consistency, I need to be one by one, I need to take that step. I need to be consistent enough. Okay, the result is not there, but still I need to be working on that. So that would be your success. So now I just want everyone to take out a piece of paper or open your notes app. Everyone must be having in this laptop or your screen, because we would be going to answer 4 questions. And with these 4 questions, be honest. Okay. So the first one is, if money was not a problem, what would you become? Just mention it. But I need you guys to write somewhere. It should be somewhere written. If we have mobile phone, write in your notes, in a piece of paper, anywhere you need to write this. So the first was, if money was not a problem, what would you become? The second question is, which skill can make you irreplaceable in the future? third question is, what is stopping students from becoming successful today? So what is the one thing or the two thing which is stopping us that we are not successful today that we need to mention? And the fourth is, who inspires you the most and why? If we are done, I need any 4 students who can come up and answer.
Not the one who has switched on the cameras, who have switched off their cameras, ask them, Dr. Smriti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take from the below. Vidhi Swaraj. Do we have Vidhi? Unnati? Umang?
Astha,
Lot
Shreya,
of
Shabad, Swati, Himanshu. Sorry, Himanshu to is. So, anybody else wants to take the initiative?
Nikunj?
Rudraksh and Satyam. Yeah, we will come to you. We know you will be there to answer these questions. Let's see other also. Let's other also try. Ananya, you want to try?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
I would say for the first question, if money would have not been a problem, I would like to become an archaeologist. The second one is, which skill can make me irreplaceable in the future? Can be the situation handling skills that I think I have, that I can, make myself, mold myself, handle any situation if I had that skill. And the third point is, the pointers that are making students from becoming successful or like pursuing anything that they want is fear of not fulfilling their own or their family's inspirations, like what they want, their families and their own self, what they want. The fear of not fulfilling that thing, I think that is stopping these students now. And what inspires me the most are my parents, as I feel that the motivation why I wake up every day and I have that, genuine courage to do something that makes them proud.
That's great.
Okay. Very
That's
nice.
great.
Let's clap for her.
Yeah, Satyam, yeah, go ahead. Then Satyam, after Satyam, Arfa, Rudraksh, and Sampurna. Okay, go in this series.
So, starting with the first question, if the money was not problem, what would I become? So, I would become a person who lost in performing arts and giving support to other in their problems. For the second question, which skill can make me irreplaceable in the future is the quick learning, with, uh, quick learning with interest in all subfields. And third was, what is stopping students from becoming successful today? So the bounded education system and the fear of what others will think. It is basically the stopping students to become successful. And who inspires you the most and why? There's no such one who inspired me. It's all about some small personalities. Like basically I saw some reel who is making kind of different kind of things, so that particular thing inspires me.
Very nice. Next, Arfa, or ma'am has already given.
Yes, ma'am. So if money was not a problem, what would you become? So I would become a content creator and explore things I truly enjoy without worrying about the earning and all. So the second question was, which skill can make you irreplaceable in the future? So confident and communication skills, because they help a person to stand out everywhere. And the third question is, what is stopping students from becoming successful today? So overthinking, comparison with others, and lack of focus on their real goals. So the last question was, who inspire you the most and why? People who achieve their dreams despite difficulty inspire me because they prove hard work and can change their life.
Very nice, Arfa. Very nice. Yeah, Rudraksh.
So, for the first question, my answer was build up my own company or I will become an innovator because I like to practice and see what will happen if we change anything in any object. And for the second, every technical skill can make anyone in the future cannot be replaceable because technical skill is something that probably not now, but when there will be a high tech or you can say robots, then it might be get some of them get replaced. But I think mostly people will believe on experienced persons who have technical skill. Third, for the third, my answer is the distractions like mobile phones, social media, overthinking, and any other thing which is making today's students to stop from becoming successful today. And for the fourth, my answer is my surrounding because I have seen that like someone who has money and someone who does not get any enough money to spend. So there is the social inequality, and then uh, it is preferred for the person who is getting more money. They prefer them to come first or is so. This is my answer.
Okay. Okay, good.
Very good. Very good.
Sampurna, yeah, you go.
For the first one, I wrote a fashion designer because I like in my free time I draw a lot of designs, but I don't think it's a properly stable job where I can earn very much. So if money won't be a problem, I would be a fashion designer. And I think my like special thing which will make me irreplaceable is that I can adapt with a lot of people. Like whenever I go to some place, I somehow make some friends. So I think that's a good quality of mine. And I think the thing which is like our generation problem is that we are in too much pressure, and maximum of our parents want us to take a stable job, which a lot of us don't because a lot of us wants to be more creative. And for the last one, I wrote that people who like don't give up after like they feel something because a lot of surrounding people in mind, they are like they try once and they can't do it, they just give up on the creative thing and they just start like doing something stable or something they don't actually want. So I really respect and want to become like them who don't give up on their dreams after one try. Thank you.
Okay, Sampurna.
Very nice, very nice. So, students, I know that most of you want to speak more now, but we'll give you opportunity more because I just want you guys to just take away many other things also today, right? So, we can have one-on-one discussion for the same things. We can discuss more further in our few other sessions. So, let me just tell you one very amazing thing. The fact that you answered here those questions already is putting you ahead of 90% of your batch. You know, because most of people spend their whole lives, never asking themselves these questions. And you guys just did it in 5 minutes. That's what awareness look like, because we know that, yes, what is our goal, what we really need to do in future. So let's clap for us, because we are already onto that ladder of achieving success in our future. Very nice. So moving ahead, the vision versus victory matrix. So why we need that vision? Why the victory matrix? So now that you know that, what is your why factor, right? Why? So let's talk about the goals now. And I need to make one very important distinction that most students miss. So there are two kinds of goals in our life. First is the long-term goal, and second would be our short-term goal. So the long-term goal will be always your vision. So this is the big picture, the person you want to become, the life you want to build. For example, becoming a doctor, launching a startup, becoming a software engineer, or either representing India in sports. So this goal shapes your identity. It gives you a reason to make hard choices every single day. That would be your long-term goal, which would be your vision. So second is the short-term goal. That is your victory, your milestone which is achieved. So these are the puzzle pieces, we can say. The daily small tasks, the weekly targets, we can say, the monthly checkpoints that build towards your vision. For example, completing your syllabus by December, scoring 85% in your next exam, reading one book in this month. So this would be your short-term goal to achieve that long-term goal. So you need both. The vision without milestone is just a wish for everyone. So the milestone without a vision are just a to-do list in which we just do the checkpoints. So together they become a blueprint. So that's why long-term goals we need to make, and then short-term goals. What short-term goals we would be achieving to make a checkered point in that. So that we would be doing. For example, I have just mentioned some monthly targets, weekly objectives we need to find out. So this would be our two goals categories. Moving to next part. Yes. So engineering the target, the smart refinery, we can say. So look at this machine. It is a refiner, we can say. Raw cloud at the top, diamond at the bottom is there. So that's exactly what SMART, S-M-A-R-T, goals do to you. They take your vague, fuzzy aspiration and turn it into a powerful, actionable target. So SMART stands for, S stands for specific, M is for measurable, A is achievable, R stands for relevant, and T stands for time bound. So for S, what we need to have? We need to be very specific. Not, I want to do well in studies, but specific means I want to score 90% in physics by this March. So that would be very specific. Second, we need to measure it. So you need a number to measure, a date to measure, something you can point to and say, yes, I hit it or I missed it. So ambiguity always kills the execution. So we need to always define our goals into a measurable thing, which you can measure. Third is achievable. Yes, ambitious, right? But not delusions. So saying that I'll study 18 hours in a day is not achievable. I'll study 4 hours of focused, distraction-free work daily. So that's achievable and that is ambitious. So we need to be keeping our goals which are achievable. No fuzzy goals, no fuzzy ambitious we need to keep. Be aligned with your achievable goals, right? And then fourth is the relevant part. Does this goal directly support you, your bigger vision? If it doesn't, it's just noise. It's just a distraction. It is not relevant to me. That we need to see what is relevant. If I need to become an engineer or a doctor, what would be the small mission statements that I am going to achieve? And the fifth part is time bound. Deadlines are not your enemies. They are never our enemies. So deadlines manufacture urgency. Without a deadline, your brain keeps saying that I'll do it later, I'll do it later. But if we have a deadline in our mind, so your brain says that let's go, let's do it, because we need to submit it before that deadline ends. So the machine at the bottom outputs a diamond. That would be your weaponized target. That's what SMART goals is, because it cuts through all the confusion. So whenever we need to define the target, so we need to always keep this metrics in front of us, and we need to be very specific, we need to be measurable, we need to keep it very achievable, relevant, and time bound. Is this clear? Was this interesting to you?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Whenever
Yes,
we are
ma'am.
going to create something for us, take a blueprint of this, keep it in your board, pin up, and then start writing on that. Fine, this I need to make, this I need to do. Only then you will achieve your goals easily. And give deadlines to your own self. That is the best practice. Moving ahead, after the SMART thing, I need Aditya to speak what it has written here on the slide. Aditya. Not Aditya, then Surya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please read for me.
Putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, often you will surprise yourself. By Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google.
एक बार और, please, Surya, for me.
Ma'am, putting yourself in uncomfortable situation, often you will surprise yourself. By Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google.
Okay, so what Mr. Sundar Pichai has said. So who is the CEO of Google, right? So he once stated a term that the most powerful tech company on the planet once said that putting yourself in uncomfortable situation in which I'm not comfortable much, right? Often it will give you many surprises by your own self. So what he did, this man grew up in a small apartment in Chennai itself, and his family didn't own any car. He slept in the same room as his brother. He didn't even have most of the things you probably take for granted. For example, phone. He never had. And today he runs Google. So not because life was easy for him, but because he kept putting himself in uncomfortable situations. He kept stretching. He kept saying yes when everything in him wanted to say no. So the goal setting framework we are learning today isn't just academic theory, we can say, but these are the same principles people like Sundar Pichai used. They just didn't have a name for them. But now you guys have. So see how lucky you guys are. Because guys, whatever we are studying today, trust me, the top-notch companies, McKinsey, Oliver Wyman, EY, KPMG, they still use these frameworks whenever they have to strategize. So these are the basic frameworks which they use. So make it in your mind that these are not only academically for your marks, but in your life you are going to really work upon if you join some good top MNCs. So moving ahead, now we have the transformation matrix. अब हमें transform भी तो होना है. So okay, let's make this practical with a quick exercise. Look at this table. On the left, you have raw aspirations, right? The kind of vague things you all will see. So, and on the right, you have SMART victory targets. What those aspirants actually look like when it's refined. So, I need one volunteer to read. Mayank, Krishna, can you do the honors for me?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Okay, please go ahead.
Raw aspirations, improve communication. SMART victory target, conduct weekly team meetings to enhance communication.
Okay,
Raw
so
aspirations.
wait. So what it says? क्या कह रहा है ये? That we need to wait. What it said that improve communication. That is an aspiration that I need to improve my communication. But what would be a SMART target? A victory target. that we can conduct weekly team meetings to enhance our communication, or we can weekly sit with our parents and ask them to have a conversation in English. We can communicate in a proper manner. So that would be our victory target. Second,
Raw aspiration can be read more, while the smart victory target is read one book per month.
तो हम लोग क्या कहते हैं raw aspiration में, okay, that I need to read more, and randomly we'll start reading anything. But no, our target should be read one book, but it per month. And that one book should be so thoroughly read by us that we could be the leader in that book. We can be able to answer, or we can able to justify that one book. So that would be your victory target. Third,
Raw aspiration is enhance leadership skills. The smart victory target is complete a leadership development course within the next 6 months that aligns with my career objectives.
yes. So I say that, yes, I have to enhance my leadership. But how I am going to enhance my leadership? For that, I need to complete a leadership or a development course where I would be learning some new inside skills, right? And then I would be able to meet my career objective, because enhancement तो हो रही है leadership की, but I'm not learning anything new. I am not aware of what skill is required in the market. So that would be a we can say failure on my end. So guys, did you notice the difference that the right column has actions, they have measurements, and they have timelines, or we can say the slots fixed. So we need to really change our aspirations when we say improve communication. But what we are going to do to improve that communication, that needs to be written for that goal. Read more, but how? We need to measure, we need to give a time slot for that. So that would be a great example, because this is the skill, not just dreaming, but engineering your dreams into target itself. So this would be the transformation metrics for you all. Moving ahead. So establishing the baseline, that would be your self-reflection. We need to really know that where we stand. So before you can build anything, you need to know that what ground you are building on. We need to know. It's like if we talk about a civil engineer, he doesn't start construction without a soil test. A doctor doesn't prescribe medicine without a diagnostic. And you can't build a meaningful future without first understanding yourself. So we need to know that what we are. Look at this diagram. This is known as the Johari window. We use in management, this window. So it is a tool which has been developed by psychologists just to map what you know about yourself versus what others know about you. So the you are here, this marker, this point, right? So that's your starting point right now. So there are parts of you that are known to you and which are known to others as well. So there are parts known to others that you haven't discovered yet, and that are your blind spots. And there are some strengths you know that others don't see in you. And these are the possibilities that neither you nor anyone around you has discovered yet. So guys, for you, this is your homework, and don't think that this is your school homework sort of thing. This is your life homework. Ask any three people you trust. It could be your parent, it could be your friend, and a teacher, to tell you your one strength and one weakness they see in you that you might not see in yourself. So that answer will change how you set your goals. Fine. So is it clear what we need to do?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Thamkar? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Yes,
would be your
yes, ma'am.
homework, and you don't need to submit, but this is for your life homework. So this
Next
is not
time when we will be meeting Dr. Samriti, then we will discuss on this also.
sure, we can. So
Yes.
this you guys need to do. This framework needs to be built, and then you need to know from others. It could be parent, it could be friend, it could be teacher, but be honest to yourself. Don't write by your own, because if you'll write by your own, then you'll not get to know that what needs to be done. Even if you're asking your parents, don't tell them that, yes, this is homework and I just have to fill it. No, ask them that, yes, I'm serious for my life. And please tell me what is the one thing they see in you. So this would be an interesting thing you guys will find out yourself. Next, we would be. So I have written this, chase your dreams. So many students, sometimes what do they fear judgment? And you start comparing yourself to others. And you start following what is trending, not what's calling you. So social media, that doesn't help. You see everyone's highlighting their reels and you think that you're falling behind. But that's not the case. But let me show you 4 people who didn't follow the crowd. So first was Virat Kohli. The word talent doesn't explain Virat Kohli, right? Plenty of talented cricketers never made it. And what made Virat different? That was the discipline, consistency, and an unremarkable mindset. He shows up every single day and earns his greatness. So that was Mr. Kohli. Next, talking about Mr. Sundar Pichai. So we already talked about him, right? From a modest home in Chennai to CEO of Google. So his secret was that continuous learning and a willingness to embrace challenge most people run from. So that was the secret of Mr. Pichai. Third, let's talk about Mr. Tata. So one of the most powerful business leaders India had produced, right? Who is known equally for his humility and his ambition. He proved that you don't have to step on others to rise, but kindness and success are not opposite to each other. So that Mr. Ratan Tata has told us. And then the fourth was Miss Combe, 6-time world boxing champion she has been. She faced poverty. She faced gender barriers. She faced setbacks that would have broken most people, but she refused to let the word define her limits. She defined them herself. So look at what connects all 4 of them. None of them had a perfect path. All of them had just one thing, that was clear vision and a relentless commitment to it. So your dream is valid and the world needs it. So we need to start working towards our dreams. Moving to next. So now we need to defend the blueprint. So how would be the prioritization needs to be done? So now we move into the execution stage, and the first enemy of the execution is this, trying to do everything at once. एक ही बार में हम सब कुछ कर लेंगे, आज ही हम गुरु बन जाएंगे, आज ही हम dream achieve कर लेंगे. No, that is very wrong approach. So not all goals hold equal weight. Not all tasks deserve your best energy. So the art of achievement is knowing what to focus on. What are the important parts I need to really focus upon? And ruthlessly eliminating everything else. So I just want to introduce to this the Eisenhower matrix. So it is a 2x2 grid, which is based on 2 questions. That is it urgent or is it important? Most students spend their time on things that feel urgent, but they are not important. So like checking Instagram notification, responding to every WhatsApp message instantly, or worrying about what others will think. So that we need to see at what zone we are going to. So the vision zone, if we see, that is the top right of the matrix, is where high importance meets the urgency. So that's where you study goals live. That's where your skills buildings lives. And that's where your future is being built in the vision zone. So every day you have a choice. You can live in the distraction zones or you can live in the vision zone. It is up to you. Now that golden box is your life. Protect it. We need to see what is urgent for my life, what is important to my life, and start working accordingly in your routine system. Next, the execution staircase. So, okay, raise your hand if you have ever looked at a massive goal and felt completely overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, Ishani. You
Yes.
want to add something over here?
No, I just asked them to raise their hands. Sometimes what happens?
Just no, acha, they don't have to mention anything.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Just they need to tell me that you find out that this is a massive goal, but
Arfa, Ishani, Ishita. Okay.
Okay. So very nice.
Sampurna also good.
Good. So that's completely normal. We can feel that. And there's a scientific reason for it. As we studied that we have two brains, right? So our brains are not wired to process the enormous, or we can say the distant goals well. So when something feels too big, the brain triggers the avoidance. So what happens? We start avoiding that. The triggering part start working, and it says that this is too hard. Let's go do something easier. So that's why you end up watching some YouTube instead of studying. This subject is very difficult. I cannot study. Okay, let me shift my all part into some other thing. So the solution would be the chunking. Now, what is chunking? There was a psychologist. His name was Mr. George Miller, who has proved that the brain process informations best when it's broken into small, or we can say the manageable units. And think of how phone number works, not as 10 random digits, but as group of numbers. So that is a chunking part. We need to break that big task into small things, and then we would be at top of it, right? So instead of I want to be a doctor, which your brain sees as an overwhelming box, you break it down into a staircase. Each step is small and each step is achievable. Each step has a little flag on it, which would be a milestone you can start calibrating. For example, this week finish 2 chapters of biology. This month score 80% in a mock test. Or this quarter complete all NCERT or CBSE exercises. So that staircase is the vision, and you climb it one step at a time. So that chunking process we need to make into our system. Clear? So then we would be able to achieve our things. Any one student can nominate themselves and please read this quotation for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
Dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Once more. थोड़ा सा तो आवाज में थोड़ा सा. I need some good tone.
Dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep. By Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Yes. So what Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir said that he was the missile man of India, former president, and a man who came from a very small town. From which small town? Anyone knows?
Rameshwar.
Sorry?
Rameshwar.
Rameshwara, and it is in Tamil Nadu, right? So he came from there with nothing but a big dream he had in his mind. And he said that dream is not that which you see while sleeping, but it is something that does not let you sleep. So that is the difference between a wish and a vision. A wish is very passive, we can say. Your wish for something and then you go to sleep. But a vision, whenever we have a vision, it won't let you sleep because it's calling you. Your vision will start calling you. It start pulling you forward because it demands something from you. So I want to ask you that, is there anything in your life right now that won't let you sleep? Or some voice comes in your mind that I could do this, I could do this. If it is there, so that's the voice of your vision. That vision is there already. So don't ignore it. Yes, Rudraksh? You
Ma'am,
get that.
actually, yes, ma'am. I wanted to tell. Every night when I sleep, sometimes when I means late night, I go to bed on late night. So at that time on I think about how to just change anything or means how to innovate anything. So it could be help people or do means the things that we just can't do right now. That's all.
Very nice, very nice. So that is your vision, right? So already it's asking you, ki, let's start it. Let's start. So what we are doing right now, we are clueless, right? So start focusing. Today we have already studied 2 to 3 matrices, right? Start writing, start defining it properly. So at least you would be able to, by end of this internship, you would be able to get into something. Fine. So that you can start working upon. We do not need to suppress it. We need to start following it. So next we have the sustaining momentum. That would be the progress principle. So here's a secret that most motivational speakers would not tell you. Motivation is not constant. Fine. There will be days when you don't feel like it and days when you are tired, distracted, or even discouraged sometimes. So days when you get, when your goals feel very far away. So that's normal. That's perfectly fine because after all, we are humans. We have feelings, we have emotions, right? And that's exactly why this principle matters. That principle is the progress principle for us. And this principle was researched and given to us from 2 researchers, 𝗟𝗡𝗡 and Krenner from Harvard. They spent years of studying what actually keep people motivated. Their findings defined that the single bigger boost to motivation is not a prep talk or not money, not praise. It's the feeling of making progress every single day. Even a small win can create a spike in your motivation, and then another, and then one more another. And those spikes over time creates an upward curve. Whatever we are doing, if I've done very nice, so I have a small win, then again small win. So it would automatically go towards the upward curve. So this is why keeping track of what you have done matters as much as planning what will you do. So tick off the tasks, record your wins, every tiny ones even, and celebrating finishing a chapter, not finishing the exam itself. So build the habit of noticing your progress. And once you have started noticing it, your brain will reward you for it itself because you will feel very happy from inside. Because yes, that this is my small win, this is my small win. Automatically, you'll start seeing your graph upwards. Fine? Clear? Yes? Some reaction, please, guys.
Yes,
Otherwise,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
done. We'll do that. Yes? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now here we come with one promise to myself. So we have already covered a lot today. The why thing, the what, the how, and now the most important part of any learning session is turning insights into actions. Because what happens that the knowledge without action is just entertainment. अभी लगेगा मैम आई लेक्चर ले गई चले गई done, we are sorted. 1 day का attendance होगा, internship certificate मिल जाएगा, few more sessions. But no, I don't want here to be just to deliver a lecture or something, but I just really want that my kids should learn at least one thing from me. So here's our final activity, and I want you to take it very seriously. On a fresh piece of paper, we can say a notebook you have, write these 3 words at the top. On the top, we need to write, and the word would be one promise to myself. And then I want you guys to write one habit you are going to change starting from today, not tomorrow, not Monday, but it should be today. And then look at the table on the screen for some inspirations. That, for example, if you want discipline and time management, So promise yourself that what you need to do, you need to stop procrastinating it. If you want that the communication and confidence should be there, so speak up in class every day. If you need that a growth mindset should be there, start learning a new skill this month itself, from today itself. If you feel that you want to focus and academic success is required, so 1 hour of deep study daily. Phone को lock कर दो फिर उसके बाद. And if you feel that emotional intelligence, then you need to reduce the negativity and complaints. Now, once you'll do this, then I want you guys to fold that paper and put it somewhere. You will see it every morning. And on your mirror, in your notebook, or on your phone wallpaper, because this small piece of paper is the bridge which we studied, on third or fourth slide, that it would be your bridge between the person you are today and the person you want to become. Because inspiration is temporary, but जब हम commitment कर लेते हैं ना, who knows the dialogue of commitment?
Salman Khan, commitment?
Yes, commitment. So we need to commit to ourselves, because commitment is always permanent, because that commitment has not been taken by our teachers, our friends, or parents, because that commitment would be khud se wali commitment. So that we need to do. That I want to become this. So this is my commitment to myself. So we'll do this. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
और इतना
Yes,
stress
ma'am.
मत लिया करो, guys. You are either in 11th or 12th. Chill karo, relax, enjoy your life. Take this session as learning only. Moving ahead, we'll go. Ab commitment kar liya, so your environment should matter, your social media should matter, and your reading should matter. So why your environment should matter? Alpha. What's written?
Ma'am, we should stay around a positive people. There should be learning environment. The 5 people you spend the
Most?
most shape your thinking, habits, and ultimately your destiny.
Yes. So one of the world's greatest success coaches, he has said that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. We need to see with which 5 people we are spending our time. Look around. Are the people closer to you, building you up, or pulling you down? So are they learners, dreamers, or doers? Or are they just comfortable and complacent? So you don't have to drop anyone, but be intentional about who you absorb energy from. So that would be the first part. Second, social media. Surya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what we talk about social media?
Ma'am,
क्या हो गया? Spider-Man ले गया? What happened?
social media.
Yes, social media.
Ma'am, social media is a tool where we share our personal lives, or we share our some information to people's and
Okay, let me compile for you fast. Because so here's the brutal truth about social media. Every minute you spend mindlessly scrolling, someone somewhere is learning a skill that time. So building a project or studying for the exam, you are both going to write, right? So use social media with intention. Follow people who teach you something. Use it to build, not just to browse. Just don't scroll. Take one thing, one channel, learn from that social media, make it a tool, but don't make it an addiction. And the third is, we'll ask from Nikunj. What is third?
And it's a daily habits we should build. It's read daily, even not. It is not saying to read an hour, just 10 minutes. It says that daily reading improves thinking, vocabulary, and confidence. That it is suggesting some books like the Seven Habits, Atomic Habits, Wings of Fire, and etc.
Yes. So I'm recommending you 3 books here that will genuinely change your life at your age. That would be the 7 Habits of High Effective Teens. Second would be Atomic Habits by James Clear. And the third book is The Wings of Fire, which is from Dr. Kalam's autobiography. Just a 10-minute a day. So that's it. Because books give you a lifetime of someone else's wisdom in a few hours itself. So we should start doing it. Next is the structural scaffolding, which is known as the accountability. So here's a fact that might surprise you, that going alone is not a strength. It's just a structural weakness. So what we can say that researchers have already proved that, and they have came up with a social cognitive theory. It has proved that human beings learn faster and perform better when they are observed and supported by others. So when you know that someone is watching you and watching your progress, you perform at a higher level. Every single time you perform higher level, right? So this is why gyms always work better than home workouts. Why? Study groups outperform solo studying for most students. Why? Having a mentor changes everything. So look at the structure on the slide, 3 legs holding up. The architecture at the center. The 3 legs are aliens, allies, mentors, and collaborators. An ally is a peer who is on a similar journey, and he always keeps you honest. A mentor is someone who is where you want to be, right? Who can show you the way, which way to go. And a collaborator would be someone who is going to challenge your thinking and is going to help you grow. So that's why we need to make this structure very positively. So
Okay,
next.
Arfa, you have the book. Arfa is showing she is reading a book.
Okay, very nice, very good. Good. And the next line is the victory tech stack. Now let's put everything together. Think of a building, your future, like constructing a house, we can say. So the foundation would be always the self-reflection. Jo humne the Johari window we studied, that we need to know ourselves. Without a strong foundation, everything about it will crack, right? Second, the walls, which are known as the prioritization, the Eisenhower matrix, which we studied, which is defend your vision zone. Don't let distraction eat your walls. The third, that is the framing, which is the execution part, which we studied in the Miller chunks, which was about small wins. We need to break it down. We need to celebrate the progress and keep climbing the staircase. And the last part, the fourth part, is your roof, which is known as the adaptation, the agile methodology. When circumstances change, and they will, or you will adapt and you won't crumble. You are going to prove that. So together, these 4 layers form you complete victory tech stack. And this is not just any motivational speech for you guys, but this is a totally working system. Most of the MNCs are working on this system. So we really need to see the system and start our life working on the system only. And the victory flywheel, that would be that victory is not any destination. It's not something you are going to achieve once and then you are done, but it is a state of engineered and continuous momentum. So look at this flywheel. We can see on the screen, it has 4 different stages that are keep spinning continuously. First is the establish baseline, which is know who you are right now. Second is engineer target. That means we need to define. Ishita, stop scrolling your mobile. Yes. And we need to set your SMART goals. S-M-A-R-T, that we studied. Third is the execute and chunk. Take daily actions. Break it down and celebrate your win. And the fourth is adapt and improve. We need to review, we need to learn, we need to refine it and start again. So this magic is the spin. Once you set this flywheel in motion, once you start getting small wins and using them to build bigger ones, it becomes self-sustained and you don't need motivation anymore. The system creates its own energies then. Fine. So this is what high achievers already have. This is not something superhuman talent, because a flywheel that keeps spinning is going to give you victories automatically. So I just want everyone to unmute yourself and let's take a commitment pledge. Everyone needs to speak this. Unmute yourself, guys, and speak it on my 3. Fine? 1, 2, 3.
I commit to my vision.
Commit to my
Commit
vision.
to work
Commit to
every
my
single day.
vision.
I will not give up.
I will show up every single day.
So I commit to my vision. I will show up every single day and I will not give up on the person I am becoming, because in the end, I need to see myself a successful person. So in the end, who am I? We really need to know that. Who am I? Before that, I'll just share one small video with you guys. Let me know if it starts. Can you guys see the screen?
Not yet.
Okay, give me a minute. I guess I need to.
Otherwise, we can share the video in the group. No, it's there. Now it's there.
Yes.
Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. It's a saying. Yesterday is history.
And we can't see the
Tomorrow
screen.
is a mystery, but today is a gift.
What happened?
Who can't see the screen? Arfa?
Yes, ma'am. It got
Same
paused.
here, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wait, now.
Dr. Smriti, we can send this video in the group, hai na? We can send it.
Okay, that would work.
Yeah. We will share the video in the group, okay?
That is why it is called present.
Now we can.
Now you can see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
let's see then.
Don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. It's a saying. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. You gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right? Right. Wrong. When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world. That's not what I was taught. Then maybe you need a new lesson. Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. Hakuna Matata. No. Jeez, what was that for? It doesn't matter. It's in the past. Yeah, but it still hurts. Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Your mind is like this water, my friend. When it is agitated, it becomes difficult to see. But if you allow it to settle, the answer becomes clear.
Your story may not have such a long meaning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story, who you choose to be. What you to be. No, please, don't leave me. Father. Who are you?
Yes, guys. So
What
this
would you
was
tell a man who can scroll for hours but can't work for 10 minutes and hates himself for it every night? And tell him his brain isn't broken, it's starving for dopamine and grabbing it where.
So what we learn from this? Has the screen been shared with me, with you all?
Yeah, the screen is visible. Yeah.
So what do we learn by this? Guys, हम movie देख के सो गए? Or now you got tempted to watch a movie again. Okay. So what we learned that every person you look up into has a story. They have a struggle and a starting point as well. And most of them were sitting exactly where you are sitting right now, figuring out who they wanted to be. But the only difference between the version of you that makes it and the version that doesn't is the decision you are going to make it today itself, right? So that's all from my end, and I wish you all happy learning. Thank you so much. And if you would be having any queries, you can write to Dr. Twinkle. She would be passing on to me.
Thank you, Dr. Smriti, for such a
Thank you,
nice
ma'am.
and
Thank you.
interactive session.
Thank you,
By
ma'am.
by today's evening, we will be creating different groups for the different categories. Okay. So I want everyone who to nominate. If they want to be a group leader, they can nominate themselves and write in the group. And tomorrow we will be a session on digital tools. That's not a common session. That's for the specific group who have enrolled for the digital tools and AI one. And Rudraksh, Karan, Nihit, Ishita, Nikunj, Sampurna, Satyam, and Arfa. You please tell me your categories. You 8, all of you. Please tell me your categories for which you have enrolled.
I'm
Ma'am,
sports
first
and
maths.
physical.
We start with
Sports.
Rudraksh. Yeah, tell me, Rudraksh.
Ma'am, my one is creative digital projects or digital tools for 21st century scale.
Tomorrow,
Logo design.
yeah, we will be having a session for that. Okay. Karan, for which you have enrolled?
Ma'am, future frontiers,
Fine.
leadership and personality
And
development.
Nihit, you?
Ma'am, business and entrepreneur.
And Ishita? You are not audible. You are not audible. Sampurna?
It's the graphic design and short films.
Fine. You all can nominate yourself in the group for a group leader. By evening, we will be creating the groups of the specific topic, and whosoever nominate, we will choose among them. Fine.
Okay.
And any
Okay.
questions from Dr. Smriti? If you want to ask anything, you can go ahead, or we can wind up the session then. Okay, Shita, art and design exploration. Fine. Thank you everyone for joining us. Be punctual. Please switch on your cameras. This is not just a lecture sort of internship. We will be doing many practical things. Okay. Be active in the group, please. Thank you, Dr. Smriti. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be meeting tomorrow for digital and AI tools. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye, kids.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
All the best. Yeah.